Hi, it's Audrey. It is October, and I thought as a cute idea for Halloween treats, we'd make some Nightmare Before Christmas cake pops. Let's get started. You will need one box cake mix of your choice or a pre-made cake, a can of frosting. You will need cookie icing. Try checking the Halloween section of your store if you can't find an orange and black cookie icing. Otherwise, just get a white icing and get orange and black dye. And you will also need some lollipop sticks. You will need wax paper. Line the pan with wax paper and get your black cookie icing. Pipe some bat bow ties. These are a little bit difficult to make. Leave them overnight for 6 hours. Do not touch them, leave them out. Preheat your oven and bake your cake. Score your cake into 4 pieces. And then you will crumb them together by rubbing the 2 pieces together, and it'll make fine crumbs. Break apart the big crumbs and make sure they're fine. Get your whipped cream frosting. I dyed mine orange. Put your frosting in the mix. Do not use the whole can. I did, and I think that was way too much. Use a little bit. You want it to make a doughy consistency. Get your wax paper and line the pan. Roll your cake into little balls. And once you're done, you will put them in the freezer for 40 minutes. Afterwards, you can take them out, shape them into the pumpkins, jack heads, and zero, and you can pop them back in the freezer for 15 minutes. You will need a styrofoam block, some lollipop sticks, and bright white candy melts. You also need orange food dye if you can't get orange candy melts. Dip the ends of the lollipop stick and stick it inside the cake pop. Dip the lollipop stick into the candy melts and then stick it about halfway into the cake balls. Then after you have done that to all of them, stick them in the freezer for 15 minutes. This will let the candy melts harden so it's secure. Then you should dip them inside the candy melts to coat them. I did not do that and they kept breaking on me. Oh my god, it keeps breaking! Look at that! I'm gonna break like every one! And here I just stopped caring because it was becoming a complete mess and I just could not get it right. Also, watch your consistency with the cake melts. You do not want it too thick. If you have it too thick, it'll come out very globby, just like this. It was very difficult to get the correct consistency of the candy melts. That's why I do not have that recorded at all. Try the double boiler method though. I tried microwaving it and that was not working out. I actually burned a whole bag.
In the meadow we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he's Parson Brown. We'll say Ira, we'll say no. But you can do the job when you're in town.
Come on. This was going a lot better in my head. In theory, this was a great idea. In execution, not so much. Oh my god, his tail's breaking. And if you don't have the orange candy melts, just put a little drops into leftover white candy melts that you have so you can dip the pumpkins in. Oh crap. Oh crap. It just busted apart. Looks like a pumpkin before. You put it in here, you make a mess, and it doesn't look like anything you wanted it to be. You're like, all my hopes and my dreams. Shit, I gave up. This was supposed to be a really nice DIY, and I feel like it came out looking like one of Jenna Marbles' drunk videos. Pipe on the face for Jack. Maybe don't put as much as I did because his face became runny. And then also pipe on Zero's face. Don't forget his little pumpkin nose. And then pipe your pumpkins. Oh my god! Even Jack's crying! Look at his little face! He's just crying. He's like, this is so painful.
Show it to Mommy. His eyes are bleeding.
Mommy, Jack's eyes are bleeding.
Oh.
My really bad bow ties. Make sure you do the bow ties the night before. They need 6 hours to be left out. Be careful, these break easily. Use cookie icing to attach the bow tie. This was my first time making cake pops, and in hindsight, I was probably way too ambitious for my first time. So in all honesty, this idea was better in theory rather than in execution. However, this was my very first time making cake pops, so I guess practice. I might remake this video to show you how to do it the correct way once I figure out how to properly make cake pops. I thought I was doing all the right things, but I might have made a few mistakes. I might have used maybe a little too much frosting when actually making the little balls for the cake pops. I couldn't get the correct consistency with the candy melts. I really, really wish I had bought the Wilton candy melt melting pot to make my life easier, but I really don't have the funds right now, and I couldn't shell out the 20 bucks to go and buy it. Otherwise, I would have. I ended up spending way too much time trying to melt that chocolate, and I still couldn't get the correct consistency. I also think that possibly having too much frosting when making the cake balls, that they were too heavy to hold on the lollipop sticks. And then just the icing was a bit of a disaster. It's all a learning experience. If you enjoyed this video though, give it a thumbs up. If you can improve it, please, by all means, let me know, show me, help me out. That will be very helpful for me. I will try my best to figure out how to do this the correct way. I can't guarantee that I'm going to redo it anytime soon. But like I said, it's a learning experience. This was completely riddled with failure. It was fun nonetheless, and it still was really delicious. If you like it, click the like button down below. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you have some advice, leave it down below too. Bye!
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?